Good morning, everybody. Gold sells, gold sells. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. What's up, everybody? What's up? So I mean, to be honest, like looking at this, like it would be fucking beautiful to see this thing break the low right here and continue driving. But the problem is that's only 10 pips down to the bottom. So, you know, it's not yeah, it's not good. Johan, good morning, good morning. What's good with it? Let's just jump right into this shit. Just jump right into it. Get a little analysis going real quick. Oh, we moving real bearish today. Interesting. So I'm not going to consider buys until at least we come up above this level here. But you know what? You know what? You know what? We gotta wait 1 second. Afternoon from my side, Maurice. What's good with it? Where you from, Maurice? Where you from? Where you from? Where it's afternoon at? Alright, let me send this out to the homies. To the homies. Let's see. Keep my MT5 open up too, just in case we gotta, you know, we gotta take some action here. And we're having a good start to the day. 6:30 in the morning. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling alive. We are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 so far in the year. Jeez, man, I'm feeling really good, feeling really confident about trading lately. Dun, dun, dun. Damn, this is my jam too. Alright, we're gonna turn this up for a second. We're just gonna jam out for a second. Alright, jam session's over. Back to work. Hey, y'all, let me know in the YouTube chat. Let me know if the volume's all good. This thing's always like confusing the fuck out of me. Sometimes people say they can't hear me. Sometimes people say they can't hear the music. Sometimes people say that they can't hear anything. Sometimes people say they can hear everything. You know, so I'm just like confused sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in the YouTube chat, you know, do me a favor, let me know. Okay, Patrick, he says everything's okay. What's good with it, Patrick, by the way? What's good with it, Pat Money? money. Man, I really want to take sells right now as we break these lows here on gold. But fuck, man, it's only 11 pips to the bottom of the range. But this just looks so good, and the reason that it looks so good is because, you know, we are perfectly rejecting this zone here, and all we need to do is respect this previous candle's high and break the low, and we can continue bearish. Oh, Bilbo's in gold sells. Bilbo, you savage. You fucking savage. You fucking savage. You know what, Bilbo? I hate to say this, but me personally, you know, I'd like to see price retrace a little bit further. I'd like to see price come up a little bit further, so it's going to give me a little bit better range, because right now, Bilbo, this range is, you know, it's not big enough for your boy here. It's not big enough for your boy. So, you know. Not big. Oh, but that's good though, because we got clean range down here. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to take sells right there. I'm definitely not going to take sells right there, because if we come down to the bottom of this range, then I'm just going to wait until we come down below 1904. Look at all this clean traffic right here. That's perfect. Muy perfecto. And so I'm going to change this to sells below closure, just so we know the game plan. The game plan is going to be, for gold, is going to be... The game plan for gold is going to be, we see this little retrace and form a level of support. I mean a resistance right there. Fucking support. Resistance right there. Come down and test the support here. And then maybe we could see it continue to come down. The other game plan for gold is going to be price, you know, moves down, breaks below here, does a little retest, and voila. So that's the two things that I'm going to be looking at for gold. But man, it's looking like it's going to reject and break these lows right here. You know, this is hard to sit on my hands right here. This is hard. This is hard. Here's the problem with this. Is if I take these sells and it doesn't work out, I'm not going to stop thinking about how small this range was. I'm going to be like, Mike, you knew that wasn't a smart idea. That range was small, you know, and it proved to not be big enough because you couldn't secure and you lost money, and for that you're a dumbass. And yeah. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be patient here. I'm gonna be patient. We're not gonna do that. Alright, let me get this Zoom shit pulled up real quick. Dang, we got 21 people on with us live already. We're getting some good traction here on YouTube, man. It's dope to see everybody here. Appreciate y'all showing up. If y'all could do me a favor, man, give me a like on the stream. And then if you're new to the streams, make sure you subscribe. We're here Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Scamming the markets. We're 3-12 on the year so far. We crushing it. 3-12. Did I just say that? The fuck was I just thinking? We're 8-1. We're 8-1 on the year. Damn, somebody unliked. You piece of shit. God. What do you guys? Somebody always does that every time I say that. So whoever unliked, you're a piece of shit. Alright, let me see here. Oops. Refresh, I can't see anything, so that's my bad. Dang. Okay, okay, okay. I forgive you guys because we up to 5 likes now. So that one person that unliked, it's all good. Maurice, Kenya. Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. Saw me on Twitter, so decided to join the group. That's what's up. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Abdullah, good afternoon from Somali. That's what's up, Abdullah. Welcome from Somali. Patrick, what's good with it? Agos, good afternoon from Indonesia. What's good, Agos? Welcome from Indonesia. Bilbo, been in them since the start of the 4-hour the H4 candle. Okay. 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 Yeah, see, this is tough, Bilbo. I mean, you gotta secure some goddamn profits, man. Because, you know, if you were in at the start of the 4-hour candle, that means you were probably in about 1906. That means price went about 23 pips in profit, and it's come all the way back to your entry. And Bilbo, another thing you gotta watch out for, brother, is this rejection area right here. I mean, this 4-hour candle could flip bullish and could continue bullish. You know, I don't want to scare you out of your trade, but this is why you got to secure profits and you know, play with the house money. Because I mean, we got rejection area right here. So yeah, gotta watch for that. Gotta watch for that. I mean, this looks good, you know, to continue down and at least retest the support here, but yeah. Let me see. GJ is buy or sell. What is your deal? Let me see. Let me see what my deal is on GJ. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I don't know why the hell my shit's running a little slow this morning. That's not GJ. That's gold. Okay. Yeah. GJ looks like a buy right now. GJ looks like a buy. I mean, it's moving bullish, you know. Of course, it's a buy. Yeah, I mean, daily candle on GJ is moving hella bullish too. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider sells on GJ unless price comes below here. And you know, if price comes below here, then you could start to consider sells. But GJ is buying 100%. Yo, Maurice, I'm gonna shoot a mute over to you just because you got a little background noise. But if you want to ask a question or something, feel free to just unmute yourself and ask, no problem. Sells below closure. Yes, we're gonna be looking for sells below there. Yeah, that looks good based on the 4-hour too. Yeah, I mean, GJ is you know, moving a little choppy here. Moving a little chop, but I think what I would like to see on GJ is probably some sort of pullback to this level. Well, first off, you know, we need a resistance to form, and then we can pull back to this level. Then we can go retest the highs. So, you know, we gotta wait for GJ to form a resistance, and once GJ forms a resistance, then we can get a better sense of the direction that we want to travel in. Now let's see. Let's identify a range for potential sells if and when price comes all the way down. Yeah, shit. GJ's. Yeah, I mean, For sells on GJ, I mean, we gotta come way down because these ranges are just no bueno. No bueno, because we only got like, what's this? Yeah, we got like 18 pips there. We got like, you know, 13, 14 pips there. We got 11 pips there. Yeah, yeah, we gotta come down. We gotta come down for GJ sells. That is not something that I think will happen. So I think the buy bias is gonna stand strong here on GJ. And like I said, just gotta wait for a resistance to form, price to retrace, and then we go retest the highs. That's gonna be the play on GJ. But I've been favoring gold lately. I've been favoring gold. And yeah, I've taken 9 trades on the year so far, 8 trades on gold, and all 8 of them were winners. The one loss that I took was on GJ. So I've been, you know, feeling a little bad, you know, about trading GJ. I'm like, ah, fuck this pair. So yeah, MNK. That's the analysis on GJ. Hope that helps. If 30-minute flip is valid trade, Abdullah, if you're talking about gold. So at this point, I would say that it would be a valid trade at this point. Because, you know, as you can see, we've already broken a previous candle's high. So if we flip back down and go break the previous candle's low, there's a very low probability that price is going to come all the way back up here to break its own high again. You know, it's going to be a very volatile candle if it's just like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I would say that's a valid trade. The one thing that I don't like about it is the range to the bottom. The range to the bottom, if we break these lows, is only like 11 pips. So I would much rather see what it's doing right now, you know, a stronger pullback, and then we can go retest the support. Or price come down, close below this 1904.60 level, and then we can have a continuation. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I now got too enticed by the H1 range. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, same type of thing though. You know, this H1 level is just, you can see this right here. It's traffic. You know, so even though we had this clean candle right here, this was, you know, the 9 a.m. candle on Friday. So some sort of volume drove that up, you know. But yeah, I mean, we're breaking highs at this point, so I don't know. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to scare you out of your trade. I don't want to influence your trade, but that's why I always secure 10 pips. You can't ever go wrong with securing profits. Most of the times when I lost money in the markets is because I got greedy in the markets. Good day, Mike from Malaysia. That's what's up. William, welcome in from Malaysia. Whoa, Abdullah. You've retracted your message. What did you say? MNK GBP is confirmed breakout. Yeah, 100%. 100% this is a breakout for sure. For sure. GJ has broken out of the range there. Eli, good morning. I got into GJ earlier at 157.340, 157.340. So you're up about 50 pips. That's amazing. That's amazing. What was your confirmation for entry at this point though? 157.340. It seems a little dangerous. Jake, what's good, man? How you doing? How you doing?
How's it going, Mike? Not bad. How are you?
All good, all good. No complaints, man. No complaints.
what are you looking for today? So we got
Want this
yeah,
this
sales below there. I think
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I want this I want gold to form a resistance and go retest this 1904.60 area. I think that would be beautiful. The other thing is wait for GJ to form a resistance and then come down, form a support, and then go retest the highs. I think that would work out too.
Yeah, I took sales on gold just after that small bearish candle there.
Oh, right here?
Left, yeah, as it broke the low. And
Yeah,
that
that's
was
awesome.
painful. It was like a solid. I was confident in the idea because I thought we're trending down. Break and retest on a 30-minute makes sense. On a 15-minute, like proper janky, but it was painful because it kept going. As you can see, it broke the low quite quickly, so I was a little bit premature in probably entering. But it came up, and I was in managing drawdown for ages. But it moved so slowly, and I took my 10 pips, and that was it. But it did move down further, but I said take 10 pips, I'll take it.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I mean, definitely a good setup. It looks good, as far as how the finished product looks. The
Yeah,
ride might have not have been too fun, but the finished product looks pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of those situations where, you're trading with the trend, candle structure is forming properly. I mean, the only thing that's going to invalidate the trade is breaking this high up here, So,
yeah,
yeah, I
that's where I had
mean,
my stops. Yeah, it was. I said in the group, it played out how I expected, but not how I wanted. That
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Like just super slow, really kind of testing trade, where you're in drawdown. You're like, should I cut some position size? Should I take some off the table? And after our chat yesterday, I thought, no, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. If it's to stop loss, so be it. And I left it. And the only time I would have closed, I think, if there was some 15-minute candles moving against me. But I thought, well, I took it on the 30-minute, so I'll just stay on the 30-minute and wait for confirmation on there, because if you looked on the 15-minute on there, there was some like closures of 15-minute bullish that probably would have scared me to get out the trade, but I just stuck on the 30-minute, and that's all I paid attention to.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Chest out analysis. Yeah, I've really started to notice, man. Like, you can really simplify it out, and I'm gonna start like just doing simulations and stuff like this as well. But I'm just going to focus on like daily candle direction, 30-minute time frame zones, and then just waiting for like an MP special or slingshot setup, because like that has just been so beautiful lately.
Yeah, the high time frame, or certainly 30 minutes above, I think, is less stressful. If you watch the 15-minute, it can be break the lows, break the highs, and especially at the moment where price is a little bit I don't know, it's a bit like wicky, lots of wick. So you notice it on the 15-minute, it breaks the lows and breaks the highs quite a lot, and can probably scare you out of a lot of trades. So just paying attention to the 30-minute can be less stressful.
Yeah, 100%. No, I definitely agree. I mean, it's it gives you less information but more important information, I think. Like the 15 minute, you can get a change in direction, you can kind of catch like an early change in direction, but at the same time, um like if my problem with the 15-minute is like, it could the 15-minute breaking its highs when you're taking sells or when you're in a bearish trend could just be a pull, like a top wick on a 30-minute candle. You might not break the highs. Same thing on
Yeah,
hourly. Like a 30-minute breaking the highs, like if it hasn't broken the hourly highs, doesn't necessarily mean it's invalid. Um, but yeah, no, I mean it's definitely kind of tricky. Like when you're trying to tell the story across all time frames, it can start to confuse you a little bit.
yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And I think it was doing just that as well when I was trading that sell there. The 15-minute was sort of breaking some highs, but when you went on the 30-minute, you could see actually, I don't know, it's just, you know, when you're just confident in it. And I thought, if because that bearish candle closed below that support or resistance, and the way it closed with that rejection wick, I just thought that's going to come down. Again, what we spoke about yesterday is kind of what is the candle telling you based on its price action. So for me, the story was it was a bearish rejection, and it closed bearish underneath support. So all indications that it was going to come down.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is beautiful right here. I mean, I love when you have like these break and retests like this, you know. This move broke out and then came retest, and yeah, I mean, that's beautiful.
And the rejections as well look like extra confirmation.
Yeah.
And the way it closed, it's just kind of, well, you know, you can see it struggling to go and close above that range. So it made sense.
Hi. I have a question.
Yeah, what's up,
Sorry.
Maurice?
English not that good.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
Yesterday I watched your video on YouTube. You said you look at candle close on the daily time frame, if it is bullish or if it is bearish, blue or red, and then you go to the lower time frame and take in the direction of that. Isn't it?
Yes, so it's not quite daily candle closure. It's what is the current daily candle doing? So if we look at this daily candle here on gold, the current daily candle is obviously moving bearish. We've broken the low. So unless price comes up above this 19.46 level here, then I'm only going to be looking for sells, because the daily candle is red, so I only want to trade sells, you know. But if price comes up above this level, 19.46, then I'm going to be looking for buys, because then the daily candle will start to be bullish, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you see, I swing, but with my work at the farm, I cannot manage to be swinging every single time. So I was thinking to go from swinging to 10 pips a day, and then I'm done for the day, and then I go back to my work.
Yeah, I'm in a similar position, you know, so I got stuff that keeps me busy all day long. So yeah, for me, you know, I just come to the charts for a couple of hours every morning, try and catch 10 pips if I can, you know, beautiful, catch 10 pips, go on with my day. But yeah, no, I'm in the same position. I used to try and swing trade, and I just, you know, I couldn't stand, like, you know, looking at my chart 1 second being in profits, and then an hour later, you know, being in drawdown, you know. So yeah, it's worked out really good that way.
Yeah, so I when I watched your video yesterday, you kind of helped me out on how to draw the support and the resistance, because you're looking at what is happening right now and not going all the way back, like what these other people saying, like you need to zoom out and look back like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that's kind of the thing, you know. I mean, the history is very important, like the past data is very important, but since I'm just a day trader, you know, I'm an intraday scalper, you know, so I'm only really worried about what's happening right here, right now. And that's honestly the main reason that I'm only focused on what is the current daily candle doing. You know, if we try and look at the big picture here, you know, we see, okay, gold's in a huge bullish trend here. So, you know, I need to look for buys, you know, but in reality, the intraday trend is bearish, you know, it's a bearish market structure, you know, so that's why I only try and focus on what's happening right here, right now, you know.
Okay. So you what's more like understand is you just want to see how the deal is moving. If it is red, you just want to sell, even if it has not closed.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and so if the daily candle is red, you know, I'm gonna be looking for sells. and I'm just going to come to the 30-minute time frame, identify proper zones, and then you know, see if I can execute a trade. So like in this example, you know, I had 1910 marked up as like a potential resistance area, rejection area for sells. Obviously we can see candles just move clean through that area. So now I'm going to readjust this, and maybe if candles start closing below this 1913 area, we can look for sells here, because we got rejection here, we got some traffic here, some traffic here, traffic here. So it could be another rejection area. If that doesn't work, then we're gonna start looking at here. And then if that doesn't work, price is gonna come all the way up here. At this point, the daily candle is gonna be like a doji. And so, you know, we're gonna need a little bit more confirmation in where price is gonna be going. Is it, you know, gonna close above here and we can look for buys, or is it gonna close below here and we can look for sells? You know, so so yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, the bias is always situational based on what's currently happening. So it is like, you know, like it can change. You know, like I can change like what I'm looking for. But it's all just based on like what is currently happening in the markets, you know.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the engagement. Let me see here. I was experimenting from Sunday with the JPY pairs, and when I woke up, I saw that I should have stayed in, so impulse in. Huh. Oh, that's from the 157 340. Dang, so you took that trade yesterday and you still holding? Dang. Yeah, I can't do the swing trades, can't do the long-term trades. I'm honestly trying to be in the markets for like 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, it's just kind of a waiting game. You know, we have the vision of what we want to see. Now it's just about price printing what we want to see. And then once that happens, boom, game on. We're executing. We're going to the promised land. And we're going to keep that win streak alive. I think right now we on like a, let me see what the win streak's like. Although I keep talking about this win streak, I'm probably going to jinx myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-day win streak right now. Yeah, we're looking at 8-1 on the year, man. I feel really good about that. But that just also tells me like I need to wait for what makes sense, you know, because that's all I've been doing. Just been waiting for what makes sense. In that one loss, I can confidently say that I didn't wait for what made sense. I want to say that I bought into a resistance, or I sold into a support. One or the other happened. And yeah, I just really felt like a dumbass for doing that. But it is what it is. Oh, shit. But yeah, I like how this is rejecting right now. I mean, we got 25 minutes left in this candle, so still a lot of time left, but I really like how it's rejecting right now. How the previous candle closed. If you notice, this previous candle right here closed with like little to no wick. So that's a really good sign for us to reject. We had this past rejection here. We had the candles close and divert really hard right here. So yeah, I really like that level. And Bilbo, if you're still in the gold sells, bro. I'm praying for you right now that we start rejecting this level, and I'm gonna catch along the ride with you. But this is kind of a weird little pump that happened here. I'm gonna check out the news and see if anything came here. No, I mean, I don't know what that would have been. We got CAD CPI today. Don't think that has anything to do with us. USD Empire State Manufacturing, whatever that is, JPY stuff. Yeah, nothing. Core PPI tomorrow for USD, but as me and Jake discussed yesterday, doesn't tend to do anything. And then nothing for the rest of the week, so should be probably a pretty smooth week. Could be a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because no crazy market movements. Bad thing because no crazy market movements.
Question again.
Yeah, bro, what's going on?
So when sorry, English not that good. When you see daily is maybe is turning red, you don't draw support and resistance on daily. You go to the 30-minute, or you start from the daily and you go down.
Yeah, so let's do this. Since we're waiting, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So if we reset the charts, you know, we go to the daily candle. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, cool. We had you know, daily candle moved bearish. It broke the low, and it came way down. It's rejected, sure. It's no top wick, so it could flip. But I'm not going to anticipate buys until price comes up above this level. So that's the first line I put on the chart, and then I mark this up as buys above with a closure, because I know that if price comes up above this level on lower time frames, on 30-minute time frame, and starts to close, then that's strong confirmation that we're going to continue moving bullish. So then I kind of look at 4-hour chart, don't really pay attention to it. Kind of look at hourly chart, don't really pay attention to it. But if we notice both of these charts, 4-hour and hourly, that buys above level is right at a resistance or a support zone. So I keep that in mind. Then I go to the 30-minute time frame, and then I look at, okay, if price does come up above this level, where could I potentially target? So then I look left, I see we got clean candles here, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the range and see if the range is large enough. So the range here, we can see it's 66 pips. So for me personally, I want to at least trade a range that's like 20 to 30 pips, because I know that inside of a 20 to 30 pip range, I have a very high probability of at least catching 10 pips, and that's all I'm trying to get, you know. So so what I do now at this point is I click on my little line again, I put another line there, and then I mark this up as target for buys. And then so now I have my buy bias analysis. So if price comes up to 19.56 and starts to close above, then I'm going to be looking for buys to target 19.2648. And so the next thing I do is I start to identify, all right, cool, I remember from looking at the daily time frame that the candle was bearish, the daily candle is bearish, so where can I potentially look for sells at? So I know that this is a support level that we created. This is the current daily session low. And so what I want to look for now is a way that I can retarget this area. So I'm going to mark this up as target for sells, and then I'm going to look for where can price potentially reject from. So we do have clean traffic all the way through here. Price realistically could come all the way up to 19.1822 and start rejecting. But you know, if I look in the recent history, you know, the current like last 24 hours or so history, you know, we might be able to identify other ranges. So you know, that's why I identified like, okay, right here, you know, if we start to reject and close below this level, then beautiful, you know, we can look for sells below this level. And so then I just mark it up as, okay, cool, sells below. And this is what I call an MP special, where price comes down and creates a low. So price came down, created a low, formed a level of support. Now we're retracing, and all I need price to do is form a level of resistance so I can trade down to retest the level of support. That's an MP special. And so yeah, that's that's pretty much it.
Okay. Thank you. I'll have to backtest more and more and more to understand.
Yeah, it's simple, but at the same time, it's just something that's gonna come with repetition, you know. So if this is if this is a time that you can show up every day, like I don't know what time it is for you right now, but like I stream every day 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, now until about like 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you can show up every day at that time, I'll be here. You can watch how I trade, see how I mark charts up, and you know, you'll get more confident as you start to do the same thing. So what really helped me is my mentor Raja Banks. You know, I just showed up to the streams every day. Before I came to his streams, I would mark up my charts, and then I would show up to his streams, and if my charts look similar to his, you know, I felt really confident in my analysis. And then for me, it was just, you know, it's just about executing on the analysis after that. You know what I mean?
Yes, because right now is like 3:11 p.m. my time. So I can be doing a New York session without any problem.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean,
because during London time, I see I'm at my farm, so I cannot do anything during London.
Yeah. Yeah, understood. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me during London, I'm sleeping, so I can't do anything during London either. So yeah, no, I mean, keep showing up to these streams. I mean, I'm more than happy to help you out. I mean, helping out other people is honestly what helps me out. It makes me, you know, understand things better as I explain it, as I say it out loud, things like that. So don't hesitate to ask questions, man. I'm here, you know. I'm just chilling, waiting for Price to do something I like. So.
Because when was it? Last week, I took USD/JPY sells, but you see the reasons to why I have big problem with the swings is the stop loss. Stop loss is too big.
Yeah.
Stop loss you have is 100 pips. So you see, that is abnormal.
Yeah, that's huge.
that is really huge, because you see, I can't even, if you do 1% is like if you have $1,000, it's 0.1 lot.
Yeah.
So you see, but you see with scalping, even if you do 1%, it is something sizable, you know, and it is okay.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that's important is, you know, your capital versus like your risk to reward, you know, so. Got to be able to secure some profits some way, somehow.
Yes, that is true.
But yeah, I mean, I think for gold, I mean, typically my stop loss is, you know, anywhere from like 15 pips to like 30 pips. So it's not terrible, but obviously I wish it could be better, but a lot of times when I have my stop losses in those zones, like that's the safest stop loss. You know, I could be a little bit more aggressive and maybe set my stop loss based on 15-minute time frame or 5-minute time frame, but you know, I want the safest stop loss, you know. And I do the same thing, you know. I just risk 1% per trade, so I'm not looking to you know, to do anything crazy, you know.
To me, I think taking the 10 pips a day is very, very beneficial, because you see, you don't have a lot of emotions. You take and go do other things.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I think it's important, you know, to get what you can get and step away. And I mean, the cool thing is like as you get more confident with the setups too, I mean, you know, instead of securing, you know, the entire position at 10 pips, maybe you only secure, you know, half of it and then let it run, you know, to 50 pips or whatever, you know. So, you know, like like more so like it's just a game of like always securing something, you know, whether it's the full position, 80%, 50%, you know, 20%, whatever the case might be. It's just if it's blue, it's on you. That's what I always say, you know. If if you're in profits, you know, make sure you secure something and don't have to put yourself in the emotions of being in the green and then now you're in the red, you know, because you got greedy. You know, I did that a lot. So,
There, there is a time I, I was taking swings. Price went 200 pips in my direction. I don't know what happened. The next thing I knew, I was back to zero.
yeah. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Don't worry. I mean, that's honestly like why I do what I do, you know. That's why I only secure, you know, I secure at 10 pips and most of the times I just secure the whole position. I don't even let a runner run because, you know, I don't really like care to get anything else. I have my mind, you know, locked in around 10 pips that I just don't even care.
It is okay. Thank you. I appreciate.
Yeah, man, for sure. Appreciate you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. I originally went in on GJ Sunday evening at 156.577 and I exited Monday evening at 157. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. So you took a position, basically the same thing happened, and so you executed on it again. And it's a small position, so just an experiment. I can respect that. I can respect that. I've done that too. Sometimes I still take small positions just to experiment. That's how confidence is built. It's like sales. Like if you've ever done sales or cold calling or you know, had to speak in front of a class or speak in front of an audience, anything like that. Like the first time you do it, you're like, oh fuck, you know, I'm scared, you know, I'm nervous, you know, I'm not sure what to do. But after you do it over and over and over and over again, you get more confident. You know, your nerves don't get all crazy. You just, you know, you're like, oh, you know, I gotta go do a public presentation in front of 1,000 people, you know, no problem, you know. But it's just it's forced confidence through repetition, you know. But yeah, I really like how this is rejecting, man. This is so beautiful. We get this 30-minute candle closing, honestly, as a rejection, or as or if it closes bearish below this level. If it closes bearish below this level, that's going to be amazing. But if it closes like a weak bullish, even how it currently is, as long as the next candle respects the high and we break the low with the bearish momentum, we should correct this like rather impulse move that happened up. Then I have no reason why it happened other than it happened. So I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited for a potential opportunity to trade. Oh yeah, this is what I like right here. And if you're looking at a 15-minute chart, it's probably showing you early signs of a potential sell opportunity, but for me it's very important to wait for this 30-minute candle to close just as a secure confirmation. This also looks really good for the hourly too, because kind of like what I was saying on the 30-minute, you know, the 30-minute and hourly close with this week bearish, or this week bearish. Jesus Christ. This week candle, or this week wick here. You know, we have a very small wick, and if you notice, we also have rejections in this area as well. So it's on the hourly, so that aligns with the 30-minute time frame, with the story that we're telling on the 30-minute time frame. So I think this could start to be a really good opportunity for sales to pull through. But just gotta wait for the 30-minute to close. And if you notice, you know, flipping between 30-minute and 1 hour is a very similar situation that we're looking at here. Uh-oh. Alright, be right back. Oh man, it's trying to go against us now. What? Don't do that. You know, just give us this nice sell opportunity. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. We got 6 minutes left, man. This thing's gonna take us to the promised land.
Hey Mike, what's up?
So Taz, where the hell you been?
Yeah, I'm fine, bro. How are you?
How you doing, man? How's everything been? You have a good start to the year?
Yeah, I saw.
You been catching them London session moves?
Not today. Because I saw on London GJ, okay, GJ make some strong bullish candle, but after that it makes some resistance and came down. No, overall the London was very slow movement and it was range overall. So I did not trade on GJ, and as well as gold. I trade one trade on gold, no sale after London open based on H1.
Over here? Oh, H1.
Yeah. based on H1. Here. When this is it's bearish candle. This 100%. When breaks the low and I took the trade 20.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's like the same similar trade to what Jake took. Yeah, that was a good opportunity there. He said it moved a little slow, but it played out.
And now, bro, now I am waiting. You know what? I am waiting on gold. I think gold will be a good buy because we have clean traffic on left hand side based on H1. If the H1 candle will closed with no little body and small wick, then maybe when NY will open, then it will first came down. It makes some wick and then breaks the high, then continue go up till 19, 17 or 18. I hope. Okay, we will took this trade if it will happen what I want.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because we have so much volume, man, in pre-NY.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little different. Like the start of this year has been a little different than how we ended last year. You know, like at the end of last year, it was like no volume in pre-NY. We were just sitting here for hours every morning, and then we had to catch something at like a London close. You know, so. But yeah, it's been a really good start to the year as far as the traffic. You know, like how everything's been moving.
No, you told me last time about London close volume, and last 2 months I practiced on that time, man. Really amazing volume on GJ.
Yeah, for
every
London
day,
close.
man.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
for London
because
close.
on Friday, man, GJ was dropping, continue. But after before London closed, I just saw the candles. Oh wow, looks volume good. No, I took one trade 15 or 20 pips in only 5 minutes, man, on London closing volume on Friday. No, wow, I just practice, man.
Yeah, I've had that happen a lot. Like that's why like I've just been like trying to really tell myself, just be patient, wait until you see what you want to see because something's gonna come, We have pre-NY, we have NY open, we have NYSE open, and we have London close. We have 4 opportunities to see something, just be patient. So yeah, I mean, something will happen,
No, this is my habit, bro. If I I want to trade in any session, then before took any trade, I practice at least 3 months on that particular time. Then I try to took any trade.
Yeah, that's smart.
Because bro, every sessions has on psychology, on volume, and every sessions has on momentum.
Yeah.
So I just practice on London. When I started Forex, I just trade on Asian. Okay. After that, I leave the Asian and shifted to London, and now London and NY. And this time I just practice on London close.
Yeah. Yeah, Asian, man. Although it's given like some random volume this year, Asian session has. So it's hit or miss.
Today we have Mohammed. Here is Mohammed or not? Jack.
Jake's here. Christine, Johan, and Maurice. They're new here to the Zoom session.
This is another Jake.
The other Jake, I haven't seen him yet this year. He sent me a message a couple of weeks ago. Well, not a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it was like last week or something. He sent me a message, but I think he said he's gonna wait until the end of this month, I think, to start trading.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He told about maybe after 2020 January. Maybe next week he will come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm honestly gonna consider sells. I will execute a sell if we respect this high, we break this low. I'll
Yeah.
execute a sell. This rejected perfectly. I did take a look at the 15-minute time frame on my
Mhm.
MT5 just to confirm. We got a bearish candle there. I mean, it looks good to continue to go retest those that 1904.61 support.
Yeah. No, if we can go for sale, but before it, the 30 minutes candle needs some retracement, some week, then break the low and continue go down,
Yeah, you're
right?
right. Yeah, you're right. I would definitely like to
Yeah.
see, you know, a nice wick, a nice pullback on that 30 minute. But at the same time, it might not give it because we did have like that, you know, we already did have like a pullback on the 15 minute, you know, so that could be
Oh yeah.
it.
Yeah. And second thing, we have a volume at this time. Maybe it can no give some retracement. Yeah.
Yeah,
At least 1908 or 1909 something. 20
yeah,
pips at least.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
Just hop back on. Oh, it's good for sales, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. It rejected that area beautifully. It's like a little doji, you know, on the 30 minute, 15 minute looks a little
Yeah.
bit better, but yeah, I think as long as we respect the high, we break that low, I think it's definitely valid.
Are you taking that on the break of the low?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna execute on it if it breaks that low. Definitely.
Yeah. Do you know what I like about that as well? Is it's not broken straight away, so we're just messing around a little bit at the moment. So it'll be nice when it does go. Hopefully it will move quite fast because that bullish candle there is giving it some really nice range to move down. Just clean candle.
Yep, exactly.
Even and it didn't. And that candle closed with no real top wick as well. It's a very small one, but I think that's another good sign.
Yep. I agree.
But who knows?
Yeah, exactly. It could break the low and then just go break the high and go against us. So exactly, who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be my plan. As long as we respect the high and we break that low, I'm gonna enter. And firm on the YouTube chat. No, not a sell yet. Just wait until the low is broken. And for me, preferably, I wait until the low is broken on my broker. And the reason I do that is because, you know, my broker usually has like a 1 to 2 pip spread. And so if the low breaks on my broker, then most of the time, you know, that gives me like a confident break, you know, like price is broken, like it's a strong break, you know, it's not just like it barely broke on TradingView, you know, because I have had that happen a lot of times in the past where I would execute a sell based on like what TradingView looks like, but my broker might not look the same, and yeah, I don't know, I just tend to favor the broker.
And we have news also after comic open.
Yeah, it's like some CAD news or something, isn't it?
Yeah, CAD as well as USD news. We have Empire Manufacturing Index.
Yeah, the other confirmation you could wait for is for like a 30-minute candle to close strong bearish. You know, that's really going to confirm this resistance here at 1912.78. But a lot of times that doesn't happen with gold. A lot of times it's just gonna, if it breaks that low, it could just continue. You know, so you know, it's kind of situational. For me, I'm not gonna wait for the 30-minute candle to close strong bearish. That rejection at that level is good enough confirmation for me, as long as the high is respected of this doji bearish candle and the low is broken. And just so you can see visually
And
what this looks like.
same as well on GJ.
Oh, is it happening on GJ too?
Yeah.
This is like what I'll be looking for. So notice the entry is below this 30-minute candle. Oh yeah. See, for GJ, I would like to I'd like to see a support form and then maybe go retest the highs.
I think same, man. It needs some support and then can go again with is on high.
Yeah. Yeah, like the 157.349 area. I think that could be pretty solid. Maynard. Good morning, Mike from UAE. What's good? What's good, man? Welcome in. Yeah, this is looking good. Like Jake said, it didn't just go break the low immediately, so it's looking good. I would like it to create you know, a larger top wick before it goes and breaks the low. But if it doesn't happen, it's all good. I'll execute regardless if it breaks that low. Yeah, daily candles still very strong bearish at this point, so Forzan, man, if you click tab and the arrow up or down, you can move between your portfolios, so you do not need 2 tabs for your pairs. Yeah, I know that, but the problem with that is every time you move it, it like changes the whole fucking layout of the chart. Not like the layout of the chart, but how it looks visually on the screen. So it's easier to not do that, in my opinion. But yeah, thanks for the help.
Oh wow, man. GJ.
Was it retracing hard?
Yeah. Dropped so hard, man.
Gold's very close
Already
to
dropped
breaking.
70, 90, 20 pips already moved down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it didn't like the bullish movement that it created, it wasn't too crazy, you know, so GJ's been moving very iffy lately. I've had mixed emotions about it. I've only taken 1 trade on GJ this year, and it's been a loss. And I've taken 8 trades on gold, and they've been all wins, so gold is my favorite currently.
Yeah, of course.
Come on now, just a little bit further to break the lows, a little bit further. And then gold, just let me click open trade, and then after I click open trade, just freaking melt. I have my mouse just hovering over the open trade button, hoping to not accidentally click it. I've done that a couple. Oh, broke the low. See, like when it breaks a low, man, it just breaks. You know, it breaks strong.
I took it, man.
You took it?
Yeah.
Good, good.
2 pips, 3 pips.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's gonna take us to the profit lands. It's gonna take us to the happy land right now, and I can't wait.
Oh, 5 pips. It's good, man.
$19.11.60 was my entry. My stop loss is 1914.04. Oh, that's 01. 04. So we got about a 24 pip stop loss. Trades about 5 pips in profit currently. Just got like another 5 to go. And at this point, we're just going to be patient. Jeanette, good morning. Good morning, how you doing? Now, hopefully it doesn't do what it did to Jake this morning and, you know, move slow as shit.
Oh, trust me, mate. That was tough.
Yeah.
I think it sort of moved quickly, and then I thought, light work, you know, we're moving, and then it just stalled. But one thing I've noticed is that the New York session certainly recently seems to be moving a lot cleaner than London. The volume for London looks like it comes in pre-London, almost at kind of like my time. So 2 hours before pre-London for me, or 2 hours before London for me is 6 o'clock in the morning. But it looks like it kicks in at about 4 a.m. in some cases. And then by the time you get to the charts at 6, sometimes there's not much going on. And then you have to wait until maybe London Open. But New York seems to be moving a lot cleaner.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, look at that. You must be 10 pips now.
Let's go, man. Freaking love
Got
this
10
shit.
pips, man.
This shit is too easy, man. You can't fuck with me on these charts. Gold, I love you. Oh, man.
No, I
That's going to
booked
go all
some
the way.
profit.
That's going to go all the way. I almost took it with you, but I'd already taken the trade, so I wanted to. I'm just watching New York at the moment because I don't usually trade it. So coming on the streams and just watching it with you is quite good practice.
Yeah, 100%. Harith, man. Harith, we went to the profit land, man.
Yeah, man. What's up? What's good, people? All good, man.
Oh, man.
It's been a minute. How you doing?
Good,
Harith,
bro.
did you take
Good.
that as well?
Now, mate. I haven't really gone back to the chat since CPI. I just gave myself a break.
Yeah, don't blame me. Gold is moving.
Yeah, you guys are doing something. As usual, gold is bad, innit?
Yeah.
Man, gold is amazing, man. I will never talk badly about gold ever again in my life. Gold,
Told you that is.
It's GJ who's the enemy at the moment.
yeah, and I used to be the opposite, man. I used to hate gold. I was like, man, I will never trade gold a day of my life, man. GJ is king, and man, GJ is not king lately.
Mike, I told you come back to the gold gang, you know?
Oh.
Great work.
Hey,
Good
Christine,
morning.
how you doing? How you doing? Did you catch that?
Good. Of course.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
with you.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. Let me see here.
Hey Mohammed, how are you?
I'm good, brother. Long time, Tatas. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I am too good, bro.
So how did you guys catch that trade? I don't understand.
Yeah. Catch the move, man.
My entry was
awesome.
1911.60. I think it was the same as yours.
Dang, yeah, yeah. That's what
But
mine was.
I got out at 1910.29.
Nice.
No. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are balling gold. Are balling for sure.
Yeah, man. Gold's just been so beautiful lately. It's just been moving so nice and
So, who told you gold is bear? Let me give you one simple advice, a bit of advice. You know, that's how gold tends to be. Gold will deceive you with all these moves, a week, 2 weeks of moves, and you feel like you're invisible. Don't let gold make you feel that you're invisible, because it's gonna smash you.
Yeah, that's so true, man. That's so true,
Thanks
man.
for the warning.
Yeah, no, legit, man. I honestly needed that too because I've been feeling like fucking invisible lately. I'm like, yo, nothing can stop me right now. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm the best. So yeah, no, I needed to hear that.
I know it. Me and gold, we have been in bad terms of recent, and that's the reason.
Yeah, bro, that's there's one thing I write in my journal every morning, and it's be humble. And it's things like this, you know, because man, you're right, man. Gold will humble you so quick.
Right.
You be ready to take all your just 3 trades. That gain you made for like 2 weeks. Only 3. It takes gold 3 trades to put you back down.
Yeah.
And then
I have a question.
who's the boss?
Yeah, Maurice,
So
what's your...
Mike, don't go full margin on us yet.
Yeah, legit. Maurice, you got a question, brother?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the reason for you to say you wanted to break that low? The doji low.
Yeah, good question. Let me annotate this for you. So remember how I was talking about as far as the daily candle, you know, the daily candle was moving bearish. And so, you know, we had this move down, we created this low, and then we had the retrace up. Sorry, Taz, I'm just gonna mute you real quick just while I explain this. And so we had this move back up to form a level of resistance, and so to me, this doji bearish candle was what confirmed that level of resistance for me. And so at that point, what I wanted to see happen was price respect this high. So as you can see, price did not come up to this high up here. And then what I wanted to happen is for price to break the low, and then that's going to confirm to me that price is then going to start moving in a bearish movement. And so the reason that I say that is because, as you notice, when price falls, we create higher high, or when price falls, we create lower highs and lower lows. So we have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now we have a lower low and a lower high, but now you can see price starts to change direction. And so we can see we have a higher low now and a higher high. A higher low, a higher high. A higher low and a higher high. And now with that break of structure, that break of market structure, that's where we start to identify that price is going to switch directions on us. And so that's how we can confirm now we have a lower high, and now it's creating a lower low. Does that make sense, Maurice?
Yeah. Yes. So if maybe this candle that is dropping now, if it broke above, that will have meant that you won't take the trade. You will wait out first.
Correct. Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah, and so that's actually a good question, because there's been situations where we've broken the highs and the lows, and that's also a really good execution as well. But yeah, so if we would have broken this high, that would have essentially invalidated the trade, in my opinion. But it's situational, right? Because there's also situations where price will move up very strong, it'll break the high, but then when it comes back down to break the low right here, there's a very low probability that price is going to come back up here to break its own high again. So that would, the sell would still be valid in that situation. Let me, I recently took a trade with a similar setup right here.
Yeah, pre-CPI.
Yep.
That trade.
Yep. And
I
so
remember
yeah, so that's what happened right here. This candle closed, and I told myself, okay, cool. If we respect this if we respect the low right there and break the high, then beautiful. I'm in there like somewhere. We're going to the profit land, and everybody's gonna be happy. But what happened is this candle closed. This weak bullish candle closed. The next candle opened. It retraced. It did not create a top wick at all. It retraced all the way down, broke the low. And I was like, no problem, we still haven't created a top wick. So in the event that it turns around and it goes to create the top wick and break the high right here, no problem. And as you can see, it just went straight to the fucking moon. And then my stop loss was below here, below this, the current candle's wick. So it is like situational. Does that make sense?
Slightly makes sense. The first one I have understood, but I think I'll just understand it slowly.
Yeah, you'll start to see it. You'll start to see it over and over, and as you see it happen over and over again, it'll start to make sense. That's the only reason why I'm confident in executing buys in a situation like this, is because I've seen this happen over and over again. If the low is broken in the first part of the candle, and then we go break the high in the second part of the candle, is a very low probability price is going to retrace all the way back down. And if it does, it's just a mega volatile candle. It invalidates the trade. It is what it is.
No.
Mike, quick question from me.
Yeah.
That resistance you've drawn there,
Up here?
what was the rationale drawing it to there rather than a bit lower?
Yeah, so I drew it
I
here.
explained it, but I had to keep muting my computer while I'm going on calls.
No, you're all good. I drew it here simply because of this. That rejection right there. And so like originally when we first came to the charts, I had it drawn up like this, right at this level here. But then this candle right here just shot right through the damn level, and I was like, okay, no problem. Where's the next potential area that we can find a resistance at? And so I noticed this here simply because this candle right here closed right at that level. And so I drew it up after this candle had closed. And so another thing is if you flip this over to the hourly and look at how it looks on the hourly, you can see these rejections here.
And the 4 hours as well, I noticed, because I was just checking on the 4 hour. You can see there's that zone there, and then it wicked up and came back down.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So that's It was just based off of where it closed. That's where it closed, and then okay, cool, no top wick here. We could see a turn of direction here. Let me find another confirmation for that turn of direction. Voila, here it was.
Yeah, they've got your runner going as well.
Yeah, that thing's freaking galloping, man. This thing is moving really good.
you're good.
Hey, bro, Mike.
Sartaz,
If you look at GJ,
yeah.
If you look at GJ, we have same setup on London Open. Same setup like gold. You can see based on M30. 30 minutes.
Right here?
Same setup, man. Same setup on GJ, on London Open candle.
Yeah, the 3 a.m. Eastern. That's London Open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same type of thing. Rejected this area,
Yeah, man.
Doji,
Same setup.
broke the
Yeah.
low, took a dump. Perfect. Yeah, man. Price. I
So it
mean, market
is.
structure isn't rocket science, you know. I mean, it does the same thing on all
Yeah,
pairs.
yeah, bro. Market structure and as well as, bro, candlestick psychology. Candlestick psychology is very important.
100%. It's all about telling that story of what the candle is doing.
Yeah, of course.
That was a nice breakdown on gold.
Man, it's freaking beautiful, man. That thing just made my day, man. I could go to sleep right now. This would be an amazing day.
And the way you broke it down for Maurice was quite good. It was really good. And I hope he understood. It was really good and very, very, it was just simplicity at its best, you know?
Price action, man. I try and keep everything as simple as possible. I'm a very simple guy, you know. I gotta make things like duplicatable for me to understand it. You know, it's gotta be very simple.
That's for sure, yeah. And looking at gold, looking at the 4 hour, how gold is turning out to be. I've been looking at the 4 hour and the daily. You people are good to go. Gold is good to push. You still have a way to go to the downer side. Now, the only thing you have right now, if in the few, what is the time right now? We are soon approaching NY Open, right?
Yeah.
And the last 30 minutes of this 4 hour candle are going to dictate play, because the moment that 4 hour candle starts to flip bearish, it's going to gulp.
Yeah, no, I agree. The other situation that we could probably see with the 4 hour candle is if it closes like a week bullish, then the next one wicks up and then goes to break the low, which that might happen because we do kind of have this rejection area here on 4 hour.
Yeah. Break the low as well as break the high of the previous candle, man.
Yeah.
So from the small thing that I understand, you just want to see how the daily is moving, that single candle, if it is moving bullish or if it is moving bearish, and then you now plot with that direction.
Yeah, because and the real reason that I do that is just to kind of like have a single bias as far as what I'm looking for, because because my bias below 1956 was pretty much sells no matter where price is at. That kept me out of buys right here. Like in the past, I would have seen this bullish move up and I would have been like, okay, this is a break of market structure because we broke these previous highs here. So now maybe price is moving bullish, we got clean candles over here, so I might have looked to take buys here in the past, but because I was only looking for sells, that's what had me prepared for this to be a potential rejection area, and then we could catch the move down.
Yes.
So it's really like the real reason that I look at the daily, which direction the daily candle is currently printing. The real reason is just to identify a general bias of where I want to execute in which direction.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What I would say about that, Mike, best of the that the concept you took on gold, to a beginner, that is still an advanced concept. If for a beginner who's starting out to trade, I would tell them, you see those green lines you've drawn up and down, candles to close below that area, you would have a very easier trade to take without stress than taking a trade that just took for a beginner who does not really understand the concept.
Yeah.
Just wait for candles to close above zones. That green line, that resistance you marked out, take that buy from there to there, then the sell from that support you drew, you sell from there to down.
Yeah.
But them kind of trades, you have to know that you're going to secure 10 pips, because Now you're trading at the low and the highs. So probably you might have a pullback before continuation.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely all just like experience, like seeing it happen over and over, seeing certain things happen over and over again.
That's for sure. Yeah, experience. That's why looking at giving time the charts and just looking at candles print is going to play a very big role for your execution when it comes to execution, because you've seen these things happen.
Yeah.
You know, one time, like let's say way back in, I guess 2021, I used to trade Asian. But before I traded Asian, I used to come on the charts the moment the daily candle opens, the new daily candle opens. So I used to see how the daily candle prints. That, like, basically I used to go to the 1 minute to see how the 1 minutes tend to print. The first 1 minute that opens tends, if we are, let's say for example, we are going to go up, you will see that first 1 minute push down, like spike, strong 1 minute candle, spike down, and then retrace, and then starts building up slowly by slowly, and then it creates a kind of structure, it breaks that structure, it comes down, then continues going up. So I took my time watching Asian session as it starts to open, as the new daily candle opens, until Asian open, and then 30 minutes of the Asian open. So one thing I realized with my time watching is I went to the hourly candles. Every time Asian open used to come in, I always saw an hourly candle dip first before the continuation comes in. So basically Asian session used to be like a fake out. So what you do, you go to the hourly candles, you see what was the previous candle, how did the previous hourly candle close pre-Asian session. So follow that candle, because the next candle, what it's going to do, it's going to dip down, retest that support. Let's say it's a bullish trend, retest that support or retest the low of that candle. And from there, it's going to retrace, break the highs, and continue with the session going bullish. So I saw that like for like 2 days, seeing the same thing happen. The third day, I just executed. And that became like a strategy. Every time I'm in Asian, I would just wait for that dip. When that dip happens, I just close my eyes and execute. Price just keeps on going. I did that, and till I don't know, I just felt tired, and then I left Asian. But that was like a no-brainer setup I got from Asian session, and it really worked out. Really, I got like I remember I had a small account. I flipped that account to like 150%. I'm like, wow. Then I just left Asian.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. I mean there's so many setups that you can potentially trade, you know, there's so many trade ideas. Like all you have to do is identify something that makes sense to you, and you know, it's the market's going to rinse and repeat itself, you know.
Yeah.
So my question.
Yeah.
If price had broken that week high, would you have moved your sell below into what do you call this thing that look like number C bracket? Yes, MP special. Will you move it above because it broke above your high, for example? That is.
Yeah. So like I would have moved this if we had. Let me see. Let me draw a candle here just so I can try and give a better representation. So I would have moved it if this candle right here closed something like if it closed something like this, you know, if it closed bullish above this level, then I would have been like, okay, cool, you know, this level right here is valid in the past, but for currently it's moving straight through it. So where is the next potential zone that I could take a sell from, where it still, you know, sells below? That would probably be this area. This area looks pretty good if we can get rejection, being that it closed like that, you know, and then if it moves through that area and continues bullish, then I would start looking at like this, you know. But if it comes all the way through, you know, then I'm going to start looking for buys above, because this is when the daily candle is going to be bullish.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it honestly starts to get a little tricky, you know, like when situations like this happens where it moves, you know, bullish, you know, say it like closes like up here or something, because this zone right here, for sure the daily candle is still bearish, but it's going to be like a doji bearish candle at this point with a very strong rejection, because we had this whole move down here and now it's kind of it's like correcting itself. So it's going to have a very strong rejection on that daily candle, which could indicate that price is going to flip and start moving bullish for the New York session. So, you know, it's honestly situational. You know, it like you can't get too caught up in the daily candle direction. Like, I definitely use it for a sense of bias in which direction that I want to trade, but at the same time, I need those confirmations on the lower time frames to ensure that idea is valid. You know what I mean? And it's not like a huge rejection.
Thank you. I slightly understand. Thank you.
Time will help you out. More time on the charts, you know, constantly seeing things over and over again, asking questions like you're doing. I mean, that's you'll get there, man, for sure. You'll get more confident with everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. I got a lot of messages here in YouTube. Dan FX, good morning. I can't remember if I said good morning to you, but good morning. Jeanette, good morning. Dan, gold is a beast at this point, 100% gold USD, yes. Igor, I got 20 pips on gold. Amazing, man. Dan FX left a runner mic. No, actually, you just closed everything right at about 10, 11, 12 pips, something. It was right here around 19, 10 flat. Yeah, I honestly haven't really been securing partials lately. I've just been securing the whole position. Just because I mentioned this a couple of times in the recent history, like, and it didn't really happen on this trade, but recently I've had a lot of situations where, you know, gold will hit 10 pips, I'll be able to secure, but then it'll reject back to my entry before it continues. So I'd rather just secure everything, not have, you know, partial trade get stopped out at entry, you know, when I could have just secured everything at 10 pips. So I might change it back up, you know, in the future, as far as just securing and letting a runner run. But at this point in my trading, I'm very happy with just collecting 10 pips and carrying on with my day. Myself was in profit in first week of January and lost it all on CPI. Yeah, Dan, that happens, man. That happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just maybe don't trade CPI next time.
You're not a
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that did that, Dan. Don't feel bad. At least you didn't lose your whole damn account. Jeanette, great trade, Mike. 15 pips on gold. Yes, she's still dropping. Amazing work, Jeanette. If you caught those 15 pips, give yourself a pat on the back, because you are the one that executed. Dan, wishing you all an amazing week. Thanks so much, man. Have a great day and week as well. Daniel Harding, I need to adjust my trading hours slightly. Seems like I'm missing good opportunities last week or so. Yeah, I mean, that's like a catch-22. You know, what I would recommend is just find a time that you can show up to the charts every single day at the same time. There's tons of volume times during you know, the day where you can catch potential trades. You know, you have like Asian Open, Asian session will give you some volume. You have pre-London and London close, so like 1 a.m. Eastern and 3 a.m. Eastern. Then you have like pre-New York. You know, sometimes we get good volume in pre-New York, 6:30 a.m. Eastern to 8 a.m. Eastern. 8 a.m. Eastern, we have that New York session open. You know, usually get good volume there. Then we have, you know, Comics that comes in at 8:20. That usually gives some good volume. And 9:30 NYSE Open usually gives some good volume. Then you also have London Close, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern. You know, that usually gives some good volume. So there's lots of time sessions. What I would just say is, like, you know, just pick one time where you can show up to the markets every day. I mean, for like the last couple of months of last year, everybody that's here on the on the session right now, we showed up at 6:30 and we sat for hours until 9:30, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. until, you know, something played out. So the volume times can always change. It's definitely always situational, but for me it's just about showing up at the same time every day, because you can expect, okay, cool, you know, pre-New York definitely does give us some volume, New York Open gives us volume, NYSE Open gives us volume, London Close gives us volume. So that's a lot of opportunities to catch a trade. We just need like the planets to align at one of those times, you know. So yeah, I mean, if whatever time that you're showing up works for you, keep doing that. No need to adjust. I mean, I could say the same thing. I could have said the same thing a couple of months ago about London, where it was like everything was happening in London session. By the time I came to New York, I just saw everything that all the London session traders caught, and then I sat around until like London closed to catch something for myself. But you know, I didn't change to trading London session. You know, I just stuck with New York, because that's what works for my schedule, and now the planets are aligning for us here in New York. But yeah, Daniel, I mean, if I would say like 6:30 to 9:30, like that's a very good time frame in my opinion to show up to the charts every day. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. You know, there's a lot of opportunities throughout that time frame where you can catch something, and it's a long enough time to where you can allow the market to do what it needs to do to catch a trade, and then short enough time to where you can pull yourself away from the markets and not get too caught up in over trading, over risking, things like that. Because that was my big problem when I first started trading. I mean, I looked at Forex as, okay, amazing, you know, the markets are open 24 hours a day. I'm going to trade 24 hours a day. I lost a lot of money doing that. So, you know, less is more in Forex. It's not usually what you hear when it comes to like success or the hustle culture, the grind culture, that hustle mentality. You know, you think about work. You know, the more you work, the more time that you put in, the more money that you're going to make. It's not necessarily the case with Forex. In fact, I would say that it's exactly the opposite. Andrew, if you rewind it, I explained the sell amazingly, but I'll give you a brief explanation just to explain. Oops, let me change this color. Alright, so first things first, if you go to the daily time frame, the daily candle is bearish. So I was really only considering sells unless price came up above this level. So that's first and foremost why I took those sells, or why I was looking for sells. Now the other thing that I was really looking for, or what I was considering, was that price made this move down. We created a low, we found a level of support, and then we started to pull back. And so with this pullback and this candle closed right here, I started to think about, okay, cool, we have a small wick here on the top of this candle, which usually means that price is going to move into the opposite directions. Not a definite confirmation. It's just one of those things where price has the opportunity to do that. And then I looked at these rejections here, and I was like, okay, cool, this looks like a valid zone. So I waited for this candle to close. It closed like a doji, showing that volume was, you know, changing direction. And then I told myself, okay, cool, if price respects the high and we break the low, then we have clean range to move down and retest this support level. So that's a brief explanation, Andrew. But I really broke it down, I don't know, probably 20 minutes ago. I am there at the moment, struggling with it, with over trading, and I'm still standing on break even. Igor, I can't stress this enough. One trade per day, only risk 1% per day. If you take that one trade and it's a win, amazing. You know, cherish those wins, carry on for the rest of the day. It doesn't matter how good another opportunity looks. Do not execute. the worst thing that you can do is when you take a win is risk turning that win into a loss. That's terrible for your mentality. When you take a win, cherish that win, carry on for the day. Now on the flip side of things, when you take a one trade and you're only risking 1%, you should be fully accepting the fact that if you lose that trade, it's okay. That's within my trading plan. I only planned on taking one trade and I only planned on risking 1%. So if I lose that one trade and I lose that 1%, that's fine because that's alongside of my trading plan. Now, where discipline comes into play and where you got to grab your sack and not freaking make dumbass decisions is when you see another opportunity after you take that loss and you're like, fuck man, I could make these wins back. I mean, I could make these losses back. That's terrible. You know, that is terrible because the market will freaking crush you. And now instead of one loss, you have two losses. And instead of risking 1% and losing 1%, you risk 2% and you lost 2%. So you're compounding losses. That's the worst thing. That ruins my mentality for the day. And for me, you know, trading first thing in the morning, that's a very bad way to start the day. Most of the times when I do that, I'd rather just go back to sleep and wake up the next day. So that's very important for me is one trade, 1%. If it's a win, amazing. I'm moving on to the next day and I'll be happy that I won. If it's a loss, no problem at all. It's within inside of my trading plan, my parameters. It's fine. Most of the time when I take a loss, I don't even really give a shit, honestly. I'm just like, whatever, you know, I'll sit on it for a little bit. I'll come back later on in the evening and I'll review the charts and I'll see, okay, cool, what did I miss here that I didn't catch before I took the trade? You know, what could I have done differently in the future? And was there a different opportunity that I should have waited to execute on? And so that's like what will really put you into the mindset of like, I need to wait for the perfect setups to happen over and over and over again. So that's what I would recommend, Igor. Just do whatever you can to only take one trade, only risk 1%, and you'll start to notice, you know, you might go on 10 days of losing one trade and losing 1% each day. But that's fine. You know, it's not going to take you out of the market. You're still going to be in the market. You're still going to have opportunity to learn. And you'll what's this guy doing? Spamming the fucking chat. You're in timeout now, buddy. But you're still gonna have opportunity to show up into the market, and I've done that a lot myself. Like I went through a lot of times like that myself, where I went on these losing streaks for 10, 15 days, and when I took those losses, I would freaking look at the damn chart and I would see other opportunities, and I would have to do anything and everything to not execute on those trades and just let it play out. But that pain of seeing those things happen will sit in your mind. And so if you remember at the beginning of this stream, when we first came to the stream, I was looking at this level right here. We had this level, we had these rejections here, price moved down, it was retracing, this candle was closing weak. I was like, okay, this is screaming sells. All we got to do is respect this high and break this low. But I started to explain the fact that the range there wasn't big enough. The range, this move down was only going to yield like 10, 11 pips, which sure, I'm only trying to catch 10, 11 pips, but if the range is only 10, 11 pips, what's the probability that I'm actually going to get those 10, 11 pips? Probably pretty small. And then I went on to say, you know, I'm going to be very pissed off if I execute this trade right down here and I lose, because I know that's against my trading plan. I know the range wasn't big enough, and I know that's going to be a dumbass trade if I lose. So that made me accept the fact that if it did play out, whatever, it didn't align with my trading plan, so it wasn't something that I should execute on. And so that also put me into that mindset of like, no problem, I'm not gonna go against my plan, and I'm not gonna lose because of that. And so that's the thing, is on the flip side, if this trade right here would have lost, this trade that I took, I would have been fine with that, because this is aligned with my trading plan. You know, we have the bearish move down, we have pullback, we have the resistance, and then we had the opportunity to go retest the lows. Plenty of range here. There's like 100 pips or something, 60 pips, whatever it is, 80 pips. So plenty of range for me to catch 10 pips. But if it went against me, that's fine. It's just part of the probability, you know. It's part of trading. You're not going to be right every single time. So that's something to think about there. You know, you only want to be looking for the best possible trade. So I hope that helps, Igor. Yeah, Andrew, definitely rewind. You'll have a good breakdown there. Andrew, are you in any crypto? I buy Bitcoin weekly. I just throw $100 into Bitcoin every week. I've been doing that for like since January 1st, 2022. I've been doing that. And as you know, if you know how Bitcoin has moved the last year, that portfolio is severely down. But I've just been dollar cost averaging it. You know, it is what it is. It's $100 a week. I mean, I could piss away $100 a week on much other things. So it's just one of those risks. I also do the same thing for the S&P 500 and a IRA, where I buy $100 weekly. And that's interesting because the highest positions that I bought in the S&P 500, I'm buying it in an ETF. So the highest positions that I've bought is like 472. I can't remember the lowest positions I bought, maybe like 372, 360 something, I don't know. Currently price is just below 400, but my account is only down 1%. But the highest I bought it at was like in the 470s, and it's currently like just around 400. So it still has like another $70 to go and retest those highs. And you know, when it does that, my account's gonna be up a lot. And same thing will happen with the Bitcoin move. If it goes back up to the old highs, then you know, no problem. My dollar cost averaging strategy on that will work out. But those are just some of those risks that that you got to take in life to potentially get to the next level. For Zond, you should be able to trade a 100 USD account equals to 100K account because percentages is what is most important. 100% for Zond. The capital is no different. It's the amount of pips and the percentages that you're talking about. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, this dude Keys Cade. Yeah, sorry, I put you in timeout. Oh, here, I got your message. Now I can see it. I took 10K fund challenge for MFF today. I start first trade and lose $200. What should you advise me? I mean, $200 is more than 1%, so I would advise you to take one trade per day and only risk 1%. The other thing I would advise you to do is to screw that account, delete it, and trade with a $50 account or a $100 account, whatever it costed you to purchase that account. Like, hit them up and tell them you want a refund or dispute the charge. I don't know. Get that money back, deposit it into a broker, and if you can trade that amount of money yourself and be profitable, then do the challenge. There's a big misconception around more money is going to make you more profitable. That's fucking wrong. Trust me, I went through that. I did that myself with FTMO like 3 years ago. I probably spent like $5,000 on challenges just to keep failing them over and over and over again because I was in that mindset of more money is going to make me more profitable. But what I failed to realize was that I wasn't profitable on a small account. So, you know, you got to be profitable on that small account first, which I think is what Forzond was talking about here. You should be able to trade 100 USD account equals to 100K account because percentage is what is most important. So, Keys, Cade, that's what I would say. Andrew, I'm currently doing a 100K challenge. Do you think the best way to pass is 1% risk, 1% reward to make the 8%? Don't worry about reward. Only worry about 1% risk and 1% trade per day. Or 1% risk per trade and 1 trade per day. Don't worry about the reward. And the reason that I say that is because I see a lot of people, they get too tied up in RR. You know, oh, I only take 1 to 3 R setups or 3 to 1 R setups, however the fuck you say it. You know, and so the challenge is with that, if you look at this is a 1.63 ratio or something. Or wait, let's see. This is a, I don't even know how to read that honestly, but I think maybe 5.37. I don't fucking know, but say for example, if this was a 1 to 3 or a 3 to 1 ratio trade, you know, I will lose 1 to potentially gain 3. You know, say if that was the case. As you can see, it moved all the way down and now it's rejecting. So now it's getting closer to losing that 1 where I could have secured in here and not been greedy to get the full 1 to 3 R or 3 to 1 R, however you say it. And, you know, potentially I would have secured profits and not been holding the trade still. So if you look at the trade that I took, even I had mentioned that that everything was secured right around 1910. I don't know the exact price, but this is obviously a negative risk to reward. You know, oh, here we go, risk to reward 0.63. So it's a negative risk to reward. People laugh at me all the time. People talk shit on my Twitter account all the time. I post these trades. They're like, oh, you know, it's a negative RR or whatever. But yeah, you know, what I say is like, I'm profitable. You know, so like I just try and take what the market gives me and that's it. You know, I don't want to take anything else. So that's what I would say is for that trade, for that challenge that you're doing, is 100% focus on the 1% risk and the one trade per day. But just take what the market gives you. Don't focus on 1% reward, because there's going to be a lot of times where you could have gotten a reward, but since you were greedy for the 1% reward, the market gave you no reward, and instead it gave you that 1% risk. So, yeah.
Fuck those motherfuckers. Yeah. I think you're right though, mate. But I think the strategy that you use, and I'm still learning, is you have to have a high probability or high win to loss ratio. But I think if anything, it shows how effective the strategy is, because done rightly, you, based on price action, you'll have a better win to loss ratio anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, I explained that you know, the first 3 trades that I took this year, they were all wins. The 4th trade I took, it was a 1% risk.
Okay, once again.
It was a 1% risk, and that 1% risk actually wiped out the profits of those past 3 trades. So you're exactly right, Jake. You know, you definitely have to be in a position to where you're you have way more wins than you have losses. But that's kind of like where I'm at in my trading journey, is like, you know, for those of you that have followed Raja for a long time, he did the same thing. You know, he always secured 10, 11 pips. His stop loss was always, you know, 10 to 20 pips or so. And then he got to a point to where he was so confident in what he wanted to see happen that when things didn't happen that way, he knew how to cut his losses early, so that way it was a positive risk to reward and not a negative risk to reward, like I'm currently in that chapter. So I think that's, like, you know, part of my journey. You know, that's the next step, that's the next level up, that's my next point of being able to excel my trading career.
Yeah, definitely, you're totally right over there. Spot on. You just hit it on the head.
Yeah,
because this kind of strategy, you have to be so active when it comes to risk management. You have to be so sharp. You can't let the position just start taking you into negative with the hope of it coming back. The moment you start seeing, now, for instance, the trade you took, let's say, hypothetically speaking, you enter that trade, it breaks the low, yes, fine, it goes like, say, 8 pips, and then starts pulling back to your entry. You have to close 50% right there, because it makes no sense trade price going to 8 pips and pulling back to your entry, and you just hold it with the hope of like it going back, and you know what happens, it continues to break its own high, and then there it goes. That's why, like, you know, managing risk, I've seen it that it depends with how candles are printed and how the market is, what are the market conditions. Because some of the people look at when candles close, but sometimes candles will not. That one candle can take you out of the trade. You may not have the time of that candle to close, because it can just come down, take its own high, and then take out your stop loss. But what have you seen in the markets that has given you an idea of like, let me like close out my positions from this point? So it's like managing risk just comes from what the market is currently doing. It's not something that is static, that you have to wait for the candle to close against you, because sometimes now with gold, trading gold, it won't give you that opportunity that I'm closing now bullish, you close. That one candle can just flip on you. That's like on gold, when you have, as I've said, that if price goes to 8 pips, and then, for instance, it can be 5, it can be 8, it can be 10, and then price starts to pull back into, as price comes back to your entry, the best thing to do is just close 50% or 70%, whatever you're okay with, before it takes out your stop loss. Because 80% of the time I've seen that happen, because gold can go 10 pips quick and then it rejects deeply and then goes 20 pips the opposite way. So do you want to be in that 20 pip drawdown?
Exactly.
That's the question. You see now what's just happening right now. So if you had an entry there and you didn't secure, you wanted a full position to go and hit, I don't know, 1904. Now there you're slaughtered now. Your
Yep.
probability of price going back down is very low, because now it has created a new support.
Just think about the emotional roller coaster that you just experienced, you know? You're like, oh my god, we're rich, we're rich, we're rich, we're rich. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh god damn.
And you know what makes it funny is that when
Oh,
price is
stop loss it.
dropping, and you know when price is dropping, you even get the guts of walking away from your laptop or computer, just going to chill somewhere. You know that it will, by the time you come back, the thing has hit your take profit. So the moment you come back and you out like that, what do you know what comes into your mind? Push your stop loss. Push your stop loss. That price is going to come back down.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you've already told yourself that the daily is bearish. So
Yeah,
come
like,
what
oh.
may, you're forgetting that now you're rejecting.
Yeah, just
Remember that the daily has created the support way down there, 1904. That's the daily support that it has created. So if you want the continuation of the daily has to play below that support to have a continuation. So now you've created a new support that is taking out the highs, and they have also taken out the high of your confirmation of the resistance you had. Now you see your stop loss is taken out, and now you've lost everything. Now that's when you start looking for buys. Now you want to follow the candle that is currently into play.
yeah.
And then by the time you enter buy, it pulls back, it goes back down. More 20 pips from your entry. You see how funny gold is? Now you see when you enter a buy there, it pulls back down instantly, 20 pips into drawdown. And you start panicking, you close out. Now you start looking for sales. Now that's how it takes. Oh, it wipes you away, kicks you out of the game.
Yep. Yeah.
Those are the kind. That's how gold kills, because it moves. It's so volatile that if you can now, if you measure that wick right now of that current candle weight has been, how many pips are those? You will wonder. So imagine you're in that trade and you're in that kind of drawdown there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean it's an emotional roller coaster. I mean the markets like the markets don't care, you know.
Want? No. It's just tough. That's when if you take a loss and you just don't get away from that computer, you're killing yourself, because the next trade is going to be an emotional one with added risk.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, man.
Trying to make the loss back and trying to make more profit out of that. So that's pressure.
Yeah.
So even if price is going to go into your favor, depending on the entry you've entered, but the moment price tries to pull back and gives you a 10 pip drawdown, you're scared. Then you're out. The moment you're out, price starts driving again up. You know how that pains?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks. But the moment your senses are back, your account is warning.
Yeah, then you start to be like this guy on Twitter. I don't know if you can see this, but he says, "Fuck the DXY. Me and my homies hate the DXY." Somebody is emotional like that because they got crushed by the DXY.
Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. But it's all a process, isn't it?
Like the DXY did nothing wrong, you know. You just didn't execute properly, you know. So.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's where the problem comes in with these people of risk to reward, looking for that R, positive R to R.
Yep.
That's where issues come into, because price will come, give you 20 pips, and you feel like, no, I need 50. You hold. Yep. You hold, price comes to 30. No, I need 50. Okay, let me show you where 50 is. Then price drops from there. It takes you to 50 pip negative. That's how you get the 50 pips.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you... I don't know if you guys remember, but I did that. like in October. I think it was like October. We had that period of time where like 30-minute candles on gold were like 50 pips, you know, or like 15-minute candles on gold were like 50 pips. So I like switched up like, and I started like, instead of securing at 10 pips, I was like, nah, I'm gonna start securing at 20 pips. Well, what happened is exactly what you're talking about. Price would go 10 pips in profit, and then it would freaking reject and go straight to my stop loss, you know? So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's, you gotta take what you can take, you know?
Yeah, I remember them days.
Yeah, and I mean, that's honestly just a testament to like how much you can learn in such a short amount of time too, you know? Like, I went through that little phase, you know, and then I was just like, nope, back to the basics, you know?
Yeah, basically trading is what you make it, you know. If you make it simple, it will be simple with you. If you try to like want to analyze every bit of candle that is there, that this candle means this, then you're going to get bullied.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Let me check out GJ here, see if anything happened here. Oh, nope, just continue falling. It does look like it's kind of starting to reject us, so it could create a level of support. What I probably wait for is this 30-minute candle to close. If it closes below this level, you know, you might be able to consider a support being made like around this area, and then can continue to go up and retest those highs. I'll wait for that candle to close probably. Yeah, but yeah, now gold is just kind of moving a little wacky at this point. Let me see here. Daniel Harding, the thing I've struggled with. Oh wait, Ali. Hi Mike, what's your opinion on GJ? Yeah, so that's my opinion. I wait for this candle to close and see, but we have no top wick here. So that gives me an indication that we could potentially start to flip and make that move back up. But this candle closure is probably going to be most important.
Hey, lovely bros.
What's happening?
Thanks.
You leaving, Sartaz?
Bye bye, bro.
Alright, man.
Yeah, bro. I am going. I am out of.
Good to
Okay,
see
bye.
you,
See
bro.
you tomorrow, bro.
Alright, good to see you, man.
Yeah,
We'll see you
thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cheers, cheers, Sataz.
Yeah, bro. Same to you. You need to.
Take care, man. Thank you.
Bye.
Daniel Harding, the thing I've struggled with the most is RR. I've always had mindset that I need to have a positive RR. Yesterday, I wanted at least 1-1, which is what I aimed for. It just missed, got stopped BE. 100%. 100%, man. I mean, I've experienced that so many times. Like, you just got to get into the mindset of you got to take what the market's going to give you, and that's it. And so a lot, like, and you can even look at my trading strategy as like that's not proper, because 10, like, I'm aiming for 10 pips. Sometimes the market won't give you 10 pips, but with my entries and the conditions based around my entry, it's giving me the highest probability to catch those 10 pips and dip. And what I mean by that is, you know, specifically trading like 20 to 30 pip ranges gives me a higher probability to at least catch those 10 pips. But yeah, I mean, that I would probably start with something like that at least. You know, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people clown, you know, they clown me, you know, for taking the, you know, 10 pip trades. Raja, I've seen it for years. I mean, at the end of the day, Raja's buying damn Ferraris cash now. And I mean, it's all because of the roots, you know, so it is what it is, you know, like, just do what makes sense for you. What I always say is, if it's blue, it's on you. If it's blue, it's on you. Just remember that. If you're in profits, it's on you. Secure something, you know, use the house money, you know.
Mike.
Yes,
question.
sir. Yes, sir.
You talked about a candle not having a wick. Could you slightly explain on that? When like the candle closes and it has no wick, what could that possibly mean?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that it could mean. So let me do a little illustration here, and then after this I'll probably shut down the stream because I got a hard stop in like 20 minutes. But I'm gonna explain this real quick. So with this, the way it's closing, so this is another important thing, and this is why I always say, like, it's very important to watch how price moves versus going and back testing and seeing how price was printed. It tells two completely different stories. So, like, you know, if we see price move down and then it comes back up and it has some sort of wick situation like this. Now remember, I said price moved down and then it came back up right at the close. So in that type of situation, this is going to tell me that this is a very strong bullish pressure towards the end of the candle. Now we don't have a top wick here, so it's indicating that there's a strong bearish pressure, but because of how price printed, how it moved, we saw it move down and then we saw it come up and it closed right at the end. It made that push up and close. So for me, that's indicating to me that the next candle is going to go like this, straight off the damn screen. And it might have some sort of lower wick there before it does it, but that's like what that's indicating. Now there's the other situation of no wick where you see a price, you know, maybe bobble around a little bit, and then right when it closes something like this with a small bottom wick, but it has no top wick. And this is indicating to me that it's gonna freaking sell like crazy straight off the screen. You know, probably have some sort of retracement before it does that, but it's gonna drop. You know, so it's conditional is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's situational, and it really depends on how price prints. So like in this situation, if this candle right here were to close like this with this bottom wick the way it is, then I would anticipate the next candle to break the highs and go retest this resistance up here. You know, and we can confirm that because this is a past support and resistance zone, strong rejection, you know, things like that. So basically, I mean, the way I look at it is, you know, if candle, like in this situation, if candle doesn't have a top wick, there's a very high probability that at some point in time, a candle or this candle is going to go create that top wick somewhere. So it really just depends, you know, how it's printing, and it might do it right now. You know, there's still 17 minutes left in the candle, so it very well could flip bullish and then close bullish. You know, we could see this candle flip and close bullish, and that would be like, you know, the candle. You know, it would be something like that. You know, and then the next one will go up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. Like I said, I got a hard stop here in about 18 minutes. As I let you all know yesterday, I now have a 9 a.m. meeting that I need to attend. Pretty much Monday through Friday until further notice. So, gonna have to stop the streams a little bit earlier now, but we'll still be starting them at 6:30 Monday through Friday. Not gonna miss that. Hopefully we'll be able to catch something during that time. If not, you know me, you know, I'm gonna keep my eye on the charts until London close and see what happens. But yeah, at this point, I mean, I would really, for GJ, I would really like to see, like, you know, bullish candle closure, something like it is now. You know, anything above this support with a closure, to me, is going to indicate that we're gonna go up and retest these highs here. That'd be something that I want to see on GJ. And then for gold, to be honest with you, I probably would just stay away from it at this point and just let it print some more information. It's getting a little choppy at this point, so yeah.
Yep, that's about it, bro. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for showing up as always, man. Always love the company from you all. Maurice, thank you for showing up. Jake, thank you for showing up. Christine, thank you for showing up. Always appreciated. And to the rest of the YouTube chat over there, thank you all for showing up. Hope to see you tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll try and scam the markets again. We'll keep this winning streak alive. Y'all have a great Tuesday. Peace out. Peace, peace.
Recording stopped.